Even for me, I love the NBA game, but then I turn on to a game, right? And then the stars are not playing because of Lowe's management.
Yeah.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Yeah, I'm 10, 12 years in. I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight.
Shaquille O'Neal just lit up the entire NBA landscape, and now LeBron James and Kevin Durant are squarely in the blast zone. Shaq came out firing over the league's load management era, calling out today's stars for sitting games while cashing checks worth tens of millions. He didn't just ruffle feathers, he sparked a full-blown showdown. And the timing, absolutely unreal. Because Durant and LeBron had just been on their podcast laughing off Michael Jordan's legacy, brushing aside everything the older generation built. Now Shaq's swinging back, and he's pulling no punches. Here's the comment that set the NBA world on fire. When asked about load management, Shaq didn't hold anything back.
Go ahead. So you want me to pay you $30 million to play 30 games? Hell no.
Right.
No. 80 games is fine, because I did.
And he didn't stop with that.
Jerry West did it, Kareem did it, Magic did it, Bird did it, Bernard King, like all the great legends before us did it.
Just think about that for a moment. Shaq is highlighting what nobody wants to acknowledge. The legends who built this league, the guys who laid its entire foundation, showed up every single night. They didn't have the medical tech players have now. No advanced training staffs, no cryo chambers, no sports science analytics teams. And they made a tiny fraction of what players earn today. Yet they still played every single night. When someone asked Shaq if he thinks the NBA season has too many games, his answer was short and savage. Nope, if we had to do it, they can do it. No sympathy, no excuses. Just straight truths. That older generation played through pain, fatigue, everything the league could throw at them, and they never complained. But you already know the modern NBA wasn't going to let that slide. Draymond Green clapped back instantly.
What I think is actually quite bullshit myself is to incorporate something at this point.
Austin Rivers doubled down when he was asked if he supports the 65-game rule. The rule, Charles Barkley once said, should be bumped to 70. Rivers said,
It's ridiculous. I love Charles Barkley. He's wrong.
Yeah. Well, so the older guys, they played all the games.
That's cool, man. And now they walk around and their fucking knees touch.
That's the shield today's players keep using. They say the old school guys destroyed their bodies, so why should they? They talk like playing pro basketball while making generational wealth is some kind of dangerous sacrifice that requires sitting out half the year. Nikola Jokic even chimed in, saying players shouldn't be forced to play.
I mean, definitely forcing players to play. We saw what happened with the Joel, but it's something that probably league wants to. I don't know.
Basically admitting he's not stepping on the court unless he feels like it. And this is exactly the mindset Shaq is coming after. And honestly, he's got a point. Because while players today complain about being overworked, they're earning more than any generation before them. The average NBA salary is over $10 million. Max deals are approaching $60 million a year. And some guys are skipping games because they played 3 nights ago and feel tired. Now here's where things get even wilder. Right as Shaq is tearing into load management, Kevin Durant and LeBron James are on LeBron's Mind the Game podcast, and they decide to take a few indirect shots at Michael Jordan. Not obvious ones, they're too savvy for that, but the message was loud and clear. Durant started talking about longevity and the grind of playing year after year.
Yeah, I'm 10, 12 years in. I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight.
And LeBron cracked up instantly. The camera caught everything. They knew exactly what they were implying, making Jordan's retirement sound like he quit, while LeBron's longevity made him tougher or more devoted. Then LeBron tossed in his own casual dismissal of the sport. Just basketball. It's just basketball.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
That's how LeBron described the very game that turned him into a billionaire. The game that built his empire. Michael Jordan never talked about basketball like that. When asked about his mentality, Jordan said,
No, because when I play hard all the time. You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% it all.
That's the difference. Jordan didn't treat basketball as just a job or a hobby. It was everything to him, and his teammates saw that fire up close. One of MJ's teammates once told a story about Jordan during his second year in the league.
Coming to practice, he's on one leg. Like he was hurt the second year, he was on one leg the whole year and played 82 games. Wow. And so he practiced every day and he played every game on one leg. And so he's like, man, MJ, why don't you just sit up? How can I be the leader of the team and sit out and y'all going through all the credit? I gotta be there.
Then Jordan himself explained the mindset he carried early in his career.
I twisted my ankle and I had a teammate, David Greenwood. He says, you twist your ankle, young fella, come over and sit with me. This is, you need to. I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact.
But Durant and LeBron weren't finished dismissing Jordan's generation. LeBron kept going on the podcast, shifting to the triangle offense. When asked why teams don't run it anymore,
to try to run the triangle offense right now, it'd be very challenging just because how the game is played and also how defense is covering.
LeBron said that he's basically claiming today's game is more advanced, more complicated, more demanding than anything Jordan's era had to offer. Then he pushed even further, questioning why championship culture carries so much weight.
Yeah, it's funny, I don't know. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything.
This is LeBron James, the same superstar who formed super teams in Miami, then built them again in Cleveland and Los Angeles, suddenly acting like rings don't matter. And why? Because he knows he'll never touch Jordan's 6 titles. So now the conversation shifts to longevity and stats instead. Meanwhile, Larry Bird once told a story that perfectly captures the old school mindset.
Garth Gilmore told me one time, he played for Chicago, he said, if you expect to play a long time in this league, you better quit mopping up the floor. And I thought, well, he's crazy because that's what basketball is all about.
Larry Bird understood something Kevin Durant and LeBron James still don't. Basketball isn't about saving yourself. For year 20, it's about giving everything you have every single night. It's about diving for loose balls, battling on defense until you're gasping for air, and doing whatever it takes to win. That's why Bird only lasted 13 seasons. That's why Michael Jordan only played 13 full seasons. They pushed their bodies to the limit because winning meant more to them than longevity. Meanwhile, LeBron recently admitted he's thinking about managing his workload. When asked if playing all 82 games is still a goal, he said,
maybe that's a goal, but yeah, we'll see.
He's already setting up the narrative, already preparing the fan base for the nights he won't suit up this season. Jordan had an entirely different mindset.
Play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day. Right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. What are you doing the other 21 hours? I mean, to me, that's when you should be preparing for your next day of work.
That's the separator. Jordan understood that being an NBA player is a privilege. You're getting paid millions to play a sport. The bare minimum is showing up and giving fans everything you've got. Jordan took that obligation seriously.
The fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck, right?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me and I want to shut him up. So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different.
And when he was asked directly about load management, his response was absolute.
Well, it shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. The fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy.
Even Tracy McGrady, who played in a more modern era, understood this.
There's no way I was gonna take load management when the guys I named yesterday are Kobe or AI, Paul Pierce, Vince, so those guys come into my building.
McGrady knew that sitting out against another superstar wasn't just avoiding a matchup. It was disrespecting the competition and disrespecting the fans. But here's what's completely wrong with Durant's little joke about Jordan leaving to go play baseball. It ignores the actual reason Jordan retired in 1993, and that context matters. Jordan didn't quit because he was bored. That summer, his father was murdered, shot during a robbery. James Jordan, the man who guided Michael his entire life, was gone. So at the height of his dominance, Jordan stepped away to honor his father's dream. The dream they discussed together of Michael playing professional baseball. So when Durant cracks, some people go play baseball. With that smirk, he's not just being flippant, he's being disrespectful. He's turning one of the most painful chapters in Jordan's life into a punchline. And LeBron, sitting next to him laughing, co-signed it. Now let's talk about the timing of Jordan's retirement. Did he leave after a first-round flameout? After getting embarrassed in the finals? No. Jordan retired after completing he climbed the mountain for the 3rd straight time. Doing something Magic Johnson never did. Something Larry Bird never did. Something Isaiah Thomas never did. a three-peat, and he did it while carrying the grief of losing his father. Now here's where things get really interesting. Look who's making these comments. Kevin Durant, one of the most criticized quitters in NBA history. In 2016, after blowing a playoff series to the Golden State Warriors, Durant joined them. He joined the very team that eliminated him, a 73-win juggernaut with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. That move is still considered the softest decision we've ever seen from a superstar. And he didn't stop there. After leaving Golden State, Durant bailed on Brooklyn, demanded a trade, folded under pressure, and then moved on to Phoenix. This is the guy calling Michael Jordan a quitter. Then there's LeBron. When Cleveland got tough the first time, he left for Miami. When Miami started aging out in 2014, he bolted back to Cleveland. When that situation fell apart, he ran to Los Angeles. Every single time adversity hit, LeBron looked for the next exit.
I believe that an NBA player could make $1 million. And now these guys are so lucky and blessed, and they can't play basketball 3 or 4 days a week. And I know they hide behind all the analytical bullshit from their agents and people like that. What they're really trying to do is extend their career. The way the money's been and going, depending on who you are, you're going to be able to make another $50, $70, $100 million and probably more going forward if you can extend your career 2 or 3 years.
Michael Jordan never chased longevity. He chased excellence. Every year, his goals were simple: elevate himself, elevate his team, win titles, dominate both ends of the court. Jordan played 15 total seasons, really 13 full ones, and in that span he won 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and made 9 all-defensive teams. That's not just great, that's almost flawless. Now compare that to Durant and LeBron combined. They've played 39 seasons, nearly triple Jordan's peak, and together they have 6 championships, 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs, 5 scoring titles, and 5 all-defensive nods. Nearly 40 seasons of basketball, and together they accomplished less than Jordan did in barely over a decade. Triple the years, half the results. So yes, Shaquille O'Neal absolutely embarrassed LeBron James and Kevin Durant, not just by blasting load management, but by reminding everyone what true legends looked like. Shaq, Jordan, Bird, Magic. Those guys didn't make excuses. They didn't skip games. They didn't mock the players who came before them. They respected the game. They respected the fans. And they played every night. If you think Shaq is right about load management, hit that like button. If you believe today's NBA stars need to respect the game again, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you want more NBA breakdowns exposing what's really happening behind the scenes, make sure you subscribe because this conversation is far from over.